Greatness cannot be achieved without obsession. If you want to be the best, you must be obsessed with it. If you want to be the best anchor man, you must be. You have no choice. There's no other way around it. There's no easy way to do it. You have to be obsessed with that shit. Can't get away from it. Obsession. So I know a little bit about getting to the top. I also know a little bit about falling from the top. In 2005, I had open heart surgery. During the course of that surgery, I passed away, flatlined, died, whatever you want to call it, 3 times. I used to ask myself, I used to wonder to myself, I used to ask the good Lord, I used to pray, why did this have to happen to me? I felt like I was a pretty good person. For a year and a half after my surgery, 18 months. 6 months I had to spend in a wheelchair. 6 more months I had to sleep sitting down on the floor with my back against the wall. Because if I laid down, I couldn't breathe. I stand here today and I tell you, I have a new magnificent obsession. I'll tell you first of all, that everything I went through, every beating I got, every nose that was broken, every bone that was broken, all the suffering I went through in my recovery to come back, all the times I couldn't breathe, I rushed to the emergency. It was all, every minute of it was worth it. It was all worth it. It was nothing. So no longer do I ask the good Lord why. I thank him for choosing me to be the one. So I am the one that he chose to not die, but to stay here and deliver that message to you.
You have to have thick skin to get better. You have to call yourself out if you're fat and you're fucked up. And a lot of people don't want to go there. They don't want to talk about their childhood. They don't want to talk about their past. They want to get to the root of the problem, and then they go, why am I not getting better? Because there's a lot of shit in there you haven't dealt with, brother. You know, people go to the gym, like for instance, these people go to the gym, they get big, they get jacked, they can run fast, all that shit. But the only thing they're doing is they're coding over the mind. All you're doing is building a bigger, stronger quitter. Your mind hasn't gotten any stronger because you haven't gone back in there and dealt with shit. So the second adversity comes, you're like, my God, I'm so fucking fit. What's wrong? Your mind is still soft. This is a lifestyle. You can't temporarily dive into it, sample it out, and roll out. This is something, man, that you have to acquire as a part of your everyday grind. If you want to be great, you want to be the baddest motherfucker ever at what you do, you're going to be misunderstood by everybody because you're going to be so fucking obsessed and so driven to get there. That's what it takes. Every second of your fucking life. Anybody says balance? Yeah, balance is important for a lot of fucking people. It is. But if you want to fucking go to that edge where people do not like you, don't understand you, question everything you fucking do, you've arrived. When you are misunderstood to the point where fucking people think you're psycho and you're nuts and you're this and that, why are you in the fucking gym at 1 o'clock in the fucking morning? You just got to doing an op for fucking 13, 14 hours after Ranger School, man, at the gym. What's wrong? You will never understand what is wrong with me. And that's why I'm so fucking glad you don't. Because I'm in the right fucking spot. When people don't understand you anymore, you're in that spot of obsession and drive.
Every time I go to the doctor, they tell me what I shouldn't be doing and what I should be doing and what I won't do and what I can't do. And I politely go out and do whatever I want to do. And I'm going to do that until they throw dirt on top of me. This is my life, and I choose to live it the way I want to live it. It's impossible. I've heard that so many times. It's just impossible. Can't be done. Anytime that you give your best effort, that you give everything that you possibly can give, there is satisfaction in knowing that I did my absolute best. I did all I could do. There's victory in that. There's satisfaction in that. Have you ever went out for something or tried to do something, and when you got home quietly in your room, you knew that you had that much more that you could have gave, but you didn't want to look ugly in the face because your girlfriend was looking or your boyfriend was looking. You didn't want to frown up like that and embarrass yourself. So I held back a little bit. Then you know, in your heart, you did not give everything that you had. And you don't know if nobody else knows. You'll know, oh man, I could have done a little better than that. I could have tried a little harder. And if I had, I promise you that you would have been satisfied with your effort. Effort is so important. It is so important, the effort that you give. My last competition, I was unsuccessful in my attempt, but I consider it my greatest competition. Why, CT? You didn't get it. Because the day before that competition, my doctor looked me in the face and he said, if you go out there and you try to bench press 705 pounds, it's gonna kill you. Your valve is too weak, it'll be too much of a strain, it will explode right there on the stage and you're gonna die in front of all them people. That's my doctor told me that. Are you crazy? I have trained my whole life for this. I have devoted my life to this. This is the reason for my existence. This is why I am here. And you asking me if I am going to compete? He looked at me like I was crazy. I'm looking at him like he's crazy. Of course I am. If I do happen to die on that stage tomorrow, then you know what? So be it. So be it. I guess that's why they call me crazy.
But people are like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? I don't want to talk to you, man, because you're not going to get it. This is a fucking lifestyle, man. Like, and people wonder, why am I not achieving more? It's because all of us, once we achieve something, we celebrate for a long years fucking time. And we wonder, why don't I have drive anymore? Where's it all at? If you don't develop a routine of suffering, and suffering is not like go out and kill yourself every day, it's being uncomfortable. That keeps you hungry every day. If you live in your victories for so long and say, I'm gonna go challenge myself for 30 days or for 2 weeks or run this one marathon. And it ends, I did one marathon. Okay? That's why it leaves you. It leaves you because you haven't set up the next obstacle. Obstacles is how you grow. You must continue to have friction. Friction is where growth is at. No friction, there's no growth. I became obsessed with being the baddest motherfucker that God ever created. Am I that? I don't care. I believe it. Once you become obsessed with something, it's okay to be unbalanced for a while. It's okay. Don't be all this stuff people say, you gotta be balanced. To be the best in the world at what you do. It's not about being a Navy SEAL, people. The best at what you do, you have to be unbalanced to find every bit of fucking energy and strength that you have to pull it off. Then you get balanced once you become great. And then you help other people become better from you being the best in the world. I'm trying to be the best I can to give you the best that I am. And it takes being fucking obsessed to where people think you're crazy. Become obsessed with being great. It changes everything.